What's going on, everyone? It is Daniel here with Wealthy Clients, and today we have one of our very successful clients, Sam Brotman with Brotman Law. Sam, welcome on.
Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Just for all the listeners, tell everybody a little bit about your business, what you do, who you serve.
I am Sam Brotman. I am the Brotman and Brotman Law. We are a tax law firm. We're located principally in San Diego. It's behind me, although we got a couple other folks. We deal with tax strategy and tax defense or tax controversy.
And what was the problem that you had prior to reaching out and engaging with us?
We have a very special type of opportunity that exists within our firm. It's a very narrow and niche style case that's applicable to high net worth business owners in particular. So we're looking for larger business owners who own multi-million dollar businesses in the high 7 and 8 figure range. In looking at how to attract these people, we just kind of we're running into walls because I'm a 7-figure business owner. It's hard to get people's attention just on a regular basis. So it was, how do we get the right type of people? How do we get them in and engaging with our system? And ultimately, how do we convert them as clients?
And if I remember correctly, you had given it a go-round with some other marketing agencies. Is that correct?
We've been through so many marketing agencies. Marketing agencies tend to be complete snake oil. We've tried online ads. We've tried Facebook before. We just have never really had much success. And, I'd mostly given up on that as a form of advertising. So.
Yeah, because I remember you said, "Hey, I gotta see the proof, right? Show me that the proof is in the pudding, because I've been through this before."
Well, you know the story. It was a Saturday morning, and I'm driving in the car, and I was going to get coffee like I usually do, and I got sucked into your funnel, and I was just kind of listening to it, and I was like, okay, there's kind of something here. Like, if I'm interested, if I'm paying attention. I'm the type of guy I want to attract from a business owner perspective. And if the marketing is sharp enough to catch my attention and keep me engaged, while I know I'm being marketed to, there's got to be something to it. But yeah, to your point, like when you see something like this, you're like, okay, show me that it works. And sure enough, you did.
Totally. And I always like to tell people I'm a product of the product. I do exactly what we tell our clients to do as well. So on your side, I guess why did you choose to, partner with us after being burned by so many agencies?
I mean, you got to take a chance. And what struck me about your approach was the methodology behind it. And there's a very strategic component. The problem with a lot of companies is people tend to be tactical and just do things for doing things' sake. And what I liked that there was a strategy behind it. There was an approach. It had been tested and refined. Now, it hadn't been tested and refined for us, but the general concept seemed to work pretty well, and there was a track record of success behind it, which I appreciated, and I appreciated you showing data. And you weren't just full of it, which is great. So.
Yeah. When I send over the reports to you, it was like, hey, so here's the metrics that actually matter, and here's all the vanity metrics that don't really mean shit.
Well, and even having reporting, I mean, transparent reporting is a dime a dozen these days. So it's it's just nice to have transparency and honesty behind the stats, so you can really see what's going on.
Totally. Was there anything else in particular about the service that really helped on your side?
I mean, you've been great with our marketing assistant, is a relative Facebook neophyte. She and I sort of as a test campaign to this before we signed on, we kind of built our own Facebook campaign. She stumbled through it on a half day of trying to figure it out. She did a pretty good job, I will say that. But, it was the collaboration and the implementation, given the demands on my time and my schedule, I'm a hassle to get a hold of, which is why we record videos at 7:00 in the morning Pacific time. But but it's great. And you've had a customer forward approach, and you've been great with her. She's learned a lot from this process. I don't think she's going to be doing her own Facebook advertising, but the impact on her and helping to grow and train her was been phenomenal.
Awesome. So as a result of implementing these strategies that you mentioned, what was the outcome?
I mean, I think we have the best ROI on Facebook. I don't know what the record is for ROI on Facebook, but I'm pretty sure we're up there. Just because of the type of case that we're dealing with and the size of the opportunity. We've had some really, really good leads that have come in. And, the best part about it is when you put yourself out there and you cast your net, you get a lot of fish that come back. And some of the fish, have kind of evolved and, turned into different opportunities. So, you get business owners and you're in the business that I'm in, which is spotting problems and solving problems and seeing opportunities. And, a lot of these people have had multiple opportunities. So, we brought them for a specific purpose to engage them for a specific type of case, but there's a variety of things that we can do to help these people. And whether it benefits me directly or whether it generates referral relationships and benefits me indirectly, there's a lot of lifetime value, that you don't think is going to come off the internet. It's weird because you're like, why would this ever work? And then you're like, why would it not work? How do you get people's attention? How do you do these things? So it's been great. It's been a very pleasant surprise, and we're still testing and fine tuning, but it's already, even at its lowest common multiple, it's worked. So it's great.
Do you have any rough numbers off the top of your head that you could share in terms of what we put in and what you got out from it?
Tax attorneys don't do math. Let's say, I mean, I don't even know. I've lost count of how many leads we have. I mean, it's just the number of leads that we've gotten has been staggering. Potentially, we've generated hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in business off of this. I mean, it's really hard to say. But the opportunity is certainly there. We have to finish the opportunity, but it's opened so many doors in so many places that I wouldn't have normally reached.
That's awesome. That's great. How has this changed your business? I mean, how's the business different since getting this thing up and running?
Well, I mean, the bane of our existence, and I think the bane of anybody who does really great professional services, in the people business, is you've got a great product, so to speak. You've got the capacity to handle things, but you just can't get enough qualified people. And, the problem with the way that professional services traditionally do marketing, like I do marketing, you go out, you get referrals, you go on the networking circuit, you do this stuff. And it's hard to do that when you're really busy. I mean, we've been in an unseasonably busy season. I'm either in this chair or the chair in my home office. But what's been really, really incredible is, having something that's always on, that's reliable, that's spitting out leads on a Sunday while I'm with my family at, in Carlsbad, doing all this stuff. And it's just great. It's systematized, it's automatic. You got to test it and refine it and fine tune it, but it's great and it works. And it's relatively straightforward, not necessarily easy, but certainly straightforward.
Yeah. Simple, not easy. I like that quote.
Simple, not easy. Yes.
Where do you feel like Brotman Law would be right now if you didn't engage us and bring us on for this project?
I mean, I've been talking about this. We really have this amazing opportunity, and my focus has been laser focused on maximizing this as much as I can, both for the benefit of our firm and the benefit of our clients. Because of what's going on in the government and the IRS right now. And, anything that takes away from the product itself and all the innovation we've made in the legal analysis and how we've structured things and, just building the thing that's going to get results, it diminishes what we're doing. And, having to worry about where the clients are going to come from and having to worry about where the capacity is going to come from. I don't need to deal with this stuff. I need to go out and be the best lawyer I can be. And the last thing I want to think about is marketing when I'm in the thick of it, And so it's it's great because I feel like we have this great capacity, we have this great product. The opportunity is there for us, and now we can just get people to the door, and we've been able to do that through advertising. It's been phenomenal.
That's great. So if anybody's listening to this right now, whether they're a tax attorney, CPA, EA, financial advisor, and they're on the fence either about booking a call to speak with us, or maybe they've spoken with us and like you, right, they're thinking about it, what would you tell that person?
I was at a conference this weekend with a guy who runs like a 9-figure family office. And we were talking about what 80% of people do, and then what 20% of people do, and then like the 1%. And like, in order to get ahead, in order to really move your business forward, you got to do something different than what everybody else is doing. And you really need to have a strategic, thoughtful, and focused approach to how you're doing it. So, look, at the very least, if you're on the fence, listen to what the opportunity is, go through the numbers like I did. I mean, I was somewhere between doing a reasonable amount of due diligence and a pain in the butt for Daniel. But like, you got to listen to what the opportunity is and do what you need to do, and then go from there, and that makes things great. So,
Sam, thanks so much for coming on here. If anybody wants to know more about Brotman Law, where can they find you?
You can go to our website, www.sambrotman.com. Any CPAs or anybody else listening, please feel free to give me a call. I'm always happy to connect professionally, and we're always looking for good tax people. So please reach out.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel.